Buongiorno and benvenuti once again. This is Giuseppe with ItalianCookingClass.com. Thank you for joining us today. On this episode, what we're doing is a really simple, lovely, wonderful recipe called Panna Cotta. Very simple dessert. It takes next to no time at all, as most of our recipes do. That's why they're so simple, and so we can focus and generate all the connection and love into the food, more so than think about what you've got to do and make it too complex. But it is just a very simple recipe. My boy keeps mucking around the background there, but what we're doing here is a Panna Cotta. Now, Panna Cotta means cooked cream. So that's basically what it is. It's cream, some milk, though the actual recipe generally with cream on its own, but we like to add milk just to thin it out a little bit. We've got gelatin sheets here. You can use some just gelatin granules on their own if you like. Just make sure they're a good quality one and just work out the right dosage. But I use about 1.5 sheets. Some sugar as well. Sugar is just a sweetener. You don't have to use it. Use as much as you like. I've got a tablespoon in there. A tablespoon, I'm sorry. Just to add that little bit of sweetness. And again, this Vincotto product that I've used in some other recipe. Since I found it, it's just drop dead gorgeous. I use it all the time in lots of things, in dressings, any type of toppings for things, that just unlimited amounts, and it has been around for some time, but I've just discovered, thankfully, and it's great. And we're going to use about 50 ml of that. Okay, and we'll get that happening. First thing we're going to do is soften the gelatin sheets in lukewarm water, just slightly tender, so that it actually softens the gelatin sheets, so that when they're actually added to the hot solution, which is the milk and the cream, that they will dissolve a lot easier. So we'll let them soften while we get the rest of the things on the heat. And then what we'll do is we'll squeeze the water out of the gelatin and we'll add it to the hot solution. While the gelatin sheets are softening in the water, we're going to just put all these ingredients in a pot together. It's going to heat it till a slight boil happens. You know how around the edges you just get that little bit of boiling? When it's that point, that's done. Then we'll add the actual gelatin sheets. And just starting to get a little boil around the edges. There we go, that's just perfect. We'll just turn that off now. We'll get this gelatin, as you can see, it's softened quite a lot. We'll just squeeze the excess water out, not too hard, otherwise you will squeeze the gelatin through your fingers. Put that straight in there like that. Keep stirring that and make sure that it does totally dissolve. Panna Cotta is meant to be really soft and delicate, so that when you cut through it, it doesn't feel like rubber, or a lolly, a jube lolly. You want it to be nice and soft and just delicate and just melt in your mouth. That's why we're using only a small amount of gelatin sheets. We're going to pour them in some moulds. Now, any moulds are good. If you've got the little plastic moulds, as they have in restaurants, it's great. Or use some cups or some ramekins or anything that you like. I'm going to use some ramekins, and we'll do that right now. As we're going to get some cling film or cling wrap, whatever you like to call it, and we're going to actually lay it inside and on the surface and come back up of the Panna Cotta, because this way it stops the air from getting to it and causing a skin. So this is the cling wrap here, the cling film. We'll just put that in there and we'll just push it down so that it makes contact with the surface. Another one here now, just to show you that again, just push it down in there, and this stops it from skinning, and it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We can put them in the fridge overnight, or between 4 and 6 hours, depending, because it does take a little bit of time to set. Depending on the volume that you made, it'll actually vary the time that it takes to set. So this should take between 4 and 5 hours, because sometimes they're going to feel soft, but they've just got to be a little bit nice and spongy on top. Or if you stick them in the freezer, if you want to knock them out within an hour or so, stick them in the freezer, but just keep your eye on them, because you don't want them to freeze over. And if they do freeze over, just put them in the fridge to let them thaw out at the fridge temperature. Okay, buongiorno, good morning. We're back here the morning after for the Panna Cotta. We're just about to try it. Excuse me, I'm just like this. I just did my morning exercise and I just couldn't wait to show you the Panna Cotta ready to go. They've been in overnight. Last night I had one before I went to bed, because it was only a few hours, and like I said, 3 to 4 hours, and they're set again depending on the volume. They're set lovely now, so we'll just take them out, knife's edge, and just push it around. And also what you want to do is just lift that a little bit just to get some air under it, so that when you turn it over it just falls away. Otherwise it just sticks to it and it creates a bit of a vacuum. So we'll just do that, we'll just get some air under it like that, and we'll just turn it over, and there it is, there's one. And you can fill the ramekin more if you like, just to give it a bit more height. Exactly the same thing. Just get a little bit of air under it, anywhere you like. And there we go, it just falls out. That is sensational. If it was a little bit higher, it would have probably fallen out and held its structure a bit better. But you can see there how wobbly it is, and it's not firm. It's just like a nice little delicate piece of jelly. And you can even see some of the Vincotto has actually come through and settled on the top. Look at that, how soft that is. That's just going to melt in your mouth. It might be a little bit sweaty, I apologise. That is so delicious. It's just like a burnt toffee caramel flavour from the Vincotto. Wonderful, thick, textured, creamy, set consistency, which is just beautiful. Panna Cotta, have it with a wafer, have it with some fruit, have it with the cream on the side. I used to serve it with some macerated prunes, they were just beautiful. But this is Panna Cotta with the Italian cooking class, al Vincotto. There will be a link on the bottom of the description of this video to that Vincotto. Click on it, folks. Go check it out, because it is a wonderful product, genuine made, with just lots of love and passion. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.